European governments fear a concerted effort to persuade Donald Trump to continue to certify the Iran nuclear deal may have failed and are now looking for other ways to try to salvage the two-year-old agreement. European lobbying efforts are now focused on Congress, which will have 2 months to decide, in the absence of Trump's endorsement of the 2015 deal, whether to reimpose nuclear-related sanctions. Fresh sanctions could in turn trigger Iranian withdrawal and a ramping up of its now mostly latent nuclear program, taking the Middle East back to the brink of another major conflict. U.S. Defense Secretary breaks with Trump in backing Iran nuclear deal. Read more. When Trump threatened to withhold certification by a congressional deadline of the 15th of October, the UN General Assembly in mid-September was seen by the European signatories of the agreement, the UK, France and Germany, as the last best chance to convince Trump of the dangers of destroying it. But according to the accounts of several diplomats involved, the effort got nowhere. Angela Merkel, in the final stages of an election campaign, could not attend, so it was left to Theresa May and Emmanuel Macron to use their meetings with the U.S. president in New York to make a personal plea to keep the deal alive. The French president made no headway. To his consternation, Trump kept repeating that under the deal, the Iranians would have a nuclear bomb in 5 years, and nothing Macron could say would persuade him otherwise. May's session with the U.S. president 2 days later was equally fruitless. She used half the 50-minute meeting trying to engage Trump on the merits of the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action (JCPOA), but he grew testy in response. He said he had decided on what to do, but flatly refused to tell her what that was. And he shrugged off her arguments, telling her, "You make your decisions, I'll make mine." A British diplomat described it later as a robust conversation. Another opportunity for the Europeans to defend the deal came on the evening of the 20th of September, when the foreign ministers of all signatory nations attended a meeting of the Joint Commission charged with implementing it, chaired by the EU Foreign Policy Chief, Federica Mogherini. The U.S. Secretary of State, Rex Tillerson, and his Iranian counterpart, Mohammad Javad Zarif, both attended the meeting around a long table in one of the Security Council's meeting rooms, marking the first high-level meeting between Tehran and the Trump administration.